Hello everyone, welcome back to maths class. Chapter number 28 and exercise 28, question number 10. A point P lies on the x-axis and another point Q lies on the y-axis. So sub question 1 is where the write the ordinate of point P. So we already know that if point P lies on x-axis, it is called, the point is x comma 0. Hence the ordinate is 0. Sub question 2. Point Q lies on the y-axis, that is 0 comma y. What is abscissa of point Q? Abscissa of point Q is also 0. I repeat children, P is a point on x-axis, hence it is noted as x comma 0. In the sub question 1, it is asked to identify the ordinate. Ordinate is 0. In point number 2, point Q is a point on y-axis, hence its terms are 0 comma y, its abscissa is 0. Now the sub question 3. It is said that if the abscissa of point P is minus 12, that means the point P is defined as minus 12 comma 0 and point Q is minus 16. So in the point Q, the ordinate is minus 16. Hence it is 0 comma minus 16. Point P is a point on x-axis, that the point is minus 12 comma 0. Point Q is a point on y-axis, it is 0 comma minus 16. Now the sub question 3, it is asked to calculate the length of PQ. So we know the definite formula, how to calculate, use the same formula children, that is PQ. P minus 12 comma 0, Q 0 comma minus 16. So x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2. So x1 is minus 12, x2 is 0, y1 is 0 and y2 is minus 16. Hence, let us use the formula, distance formula. PQ is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Substitute the values children. The values are as follows. Zero minus of minus 12 whole square plus y2 value is minus 16 minus 16, then value of y1 is 0, minus 0. So minus into minus is 12, so 12 square is 144 plus here minus 16 value, minus 16 whole square is 256. So 144 plus 256 is square root of 400. Its distance is 20. This is question number 10. In question number 11, it is said that show that point P 0 comma 5, Q 5 comma 10, R 6 comma 3 are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. Note down children, different type of problem. Point P is given as 0 comma 5, point Q is given as 5 comma 10, point R is given as 6 comma 3. So these are the 3 points, they are the vertices of a triangle. So P, Q, R. I am just drawing this to make you to understand. Point P is 0 comma 5, point Q is 5 comma 10, point R is 6 comma 3. Now we need to prove that this is an isosceles triangle. How you can prove children, as the problems are based on the sides of the triangle. If I prove that any of the two sides of the given triangle are equal, hence the triangle can be called as an isosceles triangle. I hope you got the point children. To prove this triangle as an isosceles triangle, we need to prove the measure of any two sides of a triangle are equal. That means to say, so in the first step, I should calculate what is PQ, what is PR and what is QR. Once the measure of PQ, PR and QR is calculated, based on the measurement of PQ, PR and QR, we can find out whether it can be at the sides of an isosceles triangle or not. So let us consider the first point, that is PQ. Procedure is same. You may feel like writing this repeated steps same number of times. No problem. So you have to write. P is 0,5, Q is 5,10. So I'll directly move into the formula. So x2 minus x1, 5 minus 0 whole square. I am calculating the measure of PQ, plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So 5 minus 0 is 5, 5 square is 25. 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 square is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. This can be written as 25 into 2. Hence the measure of PQ is 5 root 2. Mark it as result number 1. Once the given value is not a perfect square, we need to find the factors, at least one number as a perfect square. Hence 50 is represented as 25 into 2. Square root of 25 is 5. The value is 5 root 2. So PQ is calculated. Next one, let us calculate PR. Point P is 0,5. Point R is 6,3. Let us calculate PR. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 6 square is 36. Here 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So minus 2 whole square is plus 4. 36 plus 4, square root of 40. Again 40 can be expressed as 4 into 10. It is 2 root 10. Mark it as result number 2. This is the measure of PR. PQ we calculated 5 root 2. PR we calculated 2 root 10. PQ, PR over. What is left out now? We need to calculate the measure of QR. Q is 5,10. R is 6,3. Hence, the length of QR is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 square is 1. 3 minus 10 is minus 7. Minus 7 whole square is 49. This is equal to root 50. It can be written as 25 root 2. That is 5 root 2. Point number 3. So from 1, 2 and 3 we got the measurement of PQ, that is equal to 5 root 2. Then PR, that is equal to 2 root 10. And QR, that is equal to 5 root 2. Now what you can say, children? With this we can say that PQ is equal to QR. 5 root 2, 5 root 2. Hence triangle PQR is an isosceles triangle. Very simple problem, children. You need to remember the steps and the formula. This is the solution for question number 10. Next, question number 11. Question number 12. Prove that the points point P, which is given as 0, minus 4, point Q 6, 2, point R 3, 5 and point S minus 3, minus 1 are the vertices of a rectangle PQRS. So here very simple and very much easy to calculate whether they are the sides of a rectangle or not. Note down children, how do you find that they are the sides of a rectangle? So only if I draw a rectangle, let me name it as PQRS. If PQ is equal to SR and PS is equal to RQ, can we call it as a rectangle? Just think over children, can we call it as a rectangle? No, definitely we cannot call it as a rectangle. Why? Because even in a parallelogram, the opposite sides are equal. Only based on the result of PQ is equal to SR and PS is equal to RQ, we cannot calculate that it is a rectangle. So we need to find the measure of diagonals also. So now what we need to do? We need to calculate PQ one side, then SR other side. So in step 1, I should prove that PQ is equal to SR. In step 2, I should calculate PS and QR. So we should prove that PS is equal to QR. When PQ is equal to SR and PS is equal to QR, we can call it as a rectangle or a parallelogram, because in both the case opposite sides are equal. Hence the third point is I need to prove the diagonals. PR is equal to QS. So if you prove this, all the three results, we can say that PQRS is a rectangle. Now one by one, I need to find the length or the measure of four sides: PQ, SR, PS, QR, PR, QS. So first listen to the solution properly. Doing the solution is very easy, but what to do and how to do is the problem. Now to prove the given sides as the points, vertices as the points of a rectangle, we need to prove that opposite sides are equal and the diagonals are also equal. Hence we can say that they are the sides of a rectangle. Let us consider the points and find the solution one by one. So I'll be direct with the solution children. I'm not going to write the formula, but you have to write the formula at least once before you begin the problem. Let us consider PQ first. Point P is 0, -4. Point Q is 6, 2. So square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is equal to 6 minus 0 is 6 square, that is 36. Here minus 4 is 16. 16 minus 2 is, minus of minus 4. So this is minus into minus is plus, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 square is again 36. So 36 plus 36 can be equal to square root of 72, that is 36 into 2, hence the measure is 6 root 2. So this is point number 1. Measure of PQ is equal to 6 root 2. Let us note down in a paper, that is first one PQ 6 root 2. Next, point number 2, let us move on to QR. So I hope you can write down the points children. I will be direct with the solution. QR, Qx2 minus x1 whole square. So x2 is 3, x1 is 6 plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So 3 minus 6 is minus 3 whole square, 5 minus 2 is 3 square. So 3 square is 9. Again 3 square is 9, that is 18. It can be written as 9 into 2, hence it is 3 root 2. So measure of QR is calculated as 3 root 2. Next, PQ, QR over, let us move for RS. Square root of RS minus 3 whole square, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 whole square. Minus 3 is minus 6. So minus 6 whole square is 36. Next, minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6. Again minus 6 whole square is 36. Root 36 plus root 36 is 72. That is 36 into 2, 6 root 2. So the measure of RS is calculated as 6 root 2, point number 3. In the similar manner, children, calculate the remaining sides, that is PS. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square minus 3 whole square plus minus into minus is plus, that is again 3 whole square. So this is 9 plus 9, square root of 18, 9 into 2, that is 3 root 2. So the fourth point PS is calculated as 3 root 2. Now the fifth point is the measure of diagonal, that is PR. PR is a diagonal. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 3 square is 9. Then 5 minus into minus is plus. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 square is 81. So 81 plus 9 will be equal to 90. 90 can be written as 9 into 10. It is 3 root 10. So the measure of PR is equal to 3 root 10. Now the last point to be calculated is QS, the measure of the other diagonal. QS, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Minus 6 minus 3 is minus 9 whole square and minus 3 whole square, that is 81 plus 9, which is equal to 90. 90 can be written as 9 root 10, that is 3 root 10. So QS is equal to 3 root 10. So now we have got result 1, result 2, result 3, result 4, result 5, result 6. So let us write a conclusion. From what is PQ? 6 root 2. One more was 6 root 2, which was 6 root 2 RS. Yes, this is 6 root 2. Yes, from 1 and 3, PQ is equal to RS. From 2 and 4, QR is equal to PS. Hence, the opposite sides are equal. Next, from 5 and 6, PR is equal to QS, that is, the diagonals are equal. Hence, we can say that PQRS is a rectangle. This is a solution for question number 12. Try to solve this, children. We will continue with the solution of remaining problems in the next class. Till then, take care.